Hello everyone, welcome to Night Tales. I am Saiful and I hope you all are doing well. Today's story is a bit different from our usual crime cases. It's a mystery that is so shocking and bizarre that even after 200 years, science and history are still searching for answers. This is the story of a cursed vault where the dead simply refused to stay in their place. Our story takes us to the beautiful island of Barbados. Today, we know Barbados as a place for cricket, music, and tourism. But beneath this beautiful land lies a secret from the 19th century that still haunts people. To understand this mystery, we have to go back to 1807, when Barbados was under British rule. Many British officials lived there, and one of them was Colonel Thomas Chase. Now, Thomas Chase was a man of power and wealth, but he was incredibly hated. He was cruel, short-tempered, and treated his slaves with extreme brutality. People in the village feared him, and many believed he carried a dark energy with him. In those times, the rich didn't just have normal graves, they had underground stone vaults. In 1807, Thomas Chase bought a vault in the Christchurch Parish Cemetery. It was a massive structure, 12 feet deep and 6 feet wide, carved out of solid limestone and coral. The entrance was blocked by a massive stone slab weighing nearly 500 kilograms. It took at least 6 to 8 strong men just to move that stone. When Thomas bought the vault, there was already one wooden coffin inside, belonging to a lady named Mrs. Thomasina Goddard. Thomas left it there and officially named the place the Chase Vault. The mystery begins in February 1808. Thomas's younger daughter, Mary Ann Chase, died at only 2 years old. She was placed in a heavy lead coffin. Remember this, lead coffins are incredibly heavy and strong. It was placed inside, the 500-kilogram stone was sealed, and everyone went home. 4 years later, in 1812, Thomas's other daughter, Dorcas Chase, died. There were dark rumors that she starved herself to death because of her father's cruelty. When the workers moved the massive stone to bury Dorcas, everything looked normal. They placed her lead coffin next to her sister's and sealed the vault again. But just 1 month later, in August 1812, Colonel Thomas Chase himself died. Since he was a big man and his coffin was made of heavy lead, the total weight was over 100 kilograms. It required 8 men to carry him. But when they pushed open the 500-kilogram entrance stone, the workers screamed in terror. The scene inside was chaotic. The two sisters' coffins, which were placed neatly a month ago, were scattered. Little Mary's coffin was thrown into the corner, standing upside down. How was this possible? To move these heavy lead coffins, you need multiple strong men, yet the 500-kilogram stone door was perfectly sealed. No one could have entered. The workers were terrified, but they were ordered to put the coffins back in order, place Thomas's coffin inside, and seal it again. People started whispering. Some said it was the revenge of the slaves. But how could a slave move a half-ton stone door and then seal it back perfectly from the outside? It made no sense. 4 more years passed. In 1816, a young boy named Charles Brewster Ames died. When the vault was opened, the mystery intensified. Again, every coffin was in a different place. Even the massive 100-kilogram coffin of Colonel Thomas had been moved across the room. The villagers were now convinced. The Chase family's genius plan. He ordered his men to spread fine white sand all over the floor. He said, "If anyone, ghost or human, moves inside, they will leave footprints." Then, he sealed the stone door with cement and pressed his personal official seal into the wet cement. He said, "Now, let's see who moves." 9 months later, in April 1820, the governor returned. Thousands of people stood in silence. First, they checked the seal. It was perfect. No cracks, no signs of tampering. Then, they broke the cement and pushed the 500-kilogram stone open. The air inside was cold and heavy. The governor looked at the floor. The sand was perfectly smooth. Not a single footprint. No mark of a human, an animal, or even a drop of water. But then they looked at the coffins. It was total madness. The coffins hadn't just moved. They had been thrown with violent force. One heavy lead coffin was leaning vertically against the door, almost blocking it. Others were tossed into opposite corners. The massive coffins were dented as if they had been hitting the walls. The governor was so disturbed that he ordered the vault to be emptied immediately. Every single coffin was dragged out of the Chase vault for the last time. They were taken to another part of the cemetery and buried deep in the soil, in separate graves, far away from each other. The governor wanted to make sure they would never move together again. Once the vault was empty, he ordered it to be left open. He didn't want any more bodies to be cursed by that place. To this day, 200 years later, the mystery remains. Scientists tried to say it was an earthquake, but why didn't other vaults move? Some said it was a flood, but lead coffins don't float, and even if they did, the sand was bone dry. There was no water damage, no mud, and no footprints. Many still believe the answer lies in the dark past of Thomas Chase. Rumors suggest that his daughter Dorcas didn't die naturally. They say she starved herself because of the abuse she suffered at the hands of her father. Some experts believe that the restless spirits of the family members were in a constant battle inside that vault. Today, the Chase Vault stands completely empty in the Christ Church Parish Cemetery. You can visit it today if you go to Barbados. It's just a hollow stone room now, but the atmosphere remains chilling. The truth is still hidden somewhere between the lines of history. I am Saiful, and you were watching Night Tales. Tell me in the comments, do you think it was a ghost or a scientific mystery we haven't solved yet? Don't forget to subscribe. Take care, and I will see you in the next mystery.